I'm going to talk about these operators and the human resource and the HR practices that we have tried to implement and adopt as per Continental Hotel Lahore to make our employees motivated and committed. Brief history: PIQC Services Limited was incorporated in 1958 as a public limited company, and the primary business of PSL is hospitality. It initially operated under the management of Intercontinental Hotels. However, when Hashim Group acquired the PSL in 1985, it changed the name of hotels to Continental Hotels and became the largest and oldest five-star hotel chain of Pakistan. In October 1985, all the Intercontinental Hotels in Karachi, Rawalpindi, Peshawar and Lahore became Continental Hotels. And the Continental Hotel chain has its presence in all provinces and has recently added another Pearl and Exchange SPC Hotel at Muzaffarabad. Mr. Saluddin Hajwani owns PIQC Services Limited. His philosophy is that each moment of life should go towards the advancement and cause of humanity at large. Besides that, there is another women empowerment through Honeybee Farming Project. That's a famous project of our group, and Hashim Foundation Women's Empowerment through Honeybee Farming Project. Plan B was voted the winner of the prestigious BBC World Challenge 08 among 700 organizations worldwide. And the purpose is that we are not interested in just helping them earn more money. We want to see the children are better educated, and that they have access to health care, and that they have better sanitation in houses, and that they have better nutrition. That's what the chairperson, Ms. Sara Hashwani, believes in. Coming to Continental Hotel Lahore, some of the practices that I will talk about are best practices which we consider. There's nothing as perfect, and you all are in the quality conference, and you know that nothing can be perfect and there's always room for improvement. But there's some practices that we have initiated and undertaken, and we feel that they have given the results as well. Recruitment, compensation and benefits, training and development, safe and healthy workplace, communication, recognition, work environment and culture, appraising, employee satisfaction and retention. Coming to recruitment, 99.5% of our hiring and movements at the middle management and the senior level are done internally. All entry-level positions, definitely those have to be done externally. Besides that, we have emphasized that all movements should be done and handled internally, first within the property, and in case within the property we do not get a trained resource to fill in that position, we go within the group and we advertise within the group. And it is very seldom. In my past 4.5 years with this hotel, I think there have been only 2 occasions where we need to advertise in the newspapers, and that too was for the very technical positions of IT or engineering. Otherwise, it's that we will get those positions filled within the property or within the group. Entry-level induction of apprentices after the completion of apprenticeship training. We have a very comprehensive apprenticeship training program within the hotel for skilled positions. At the moment in my kitchen area, because from the hospitality, kitchen and cutlery training and culinary training is a training which we consider, and it is considered worldwide also as very technical skill. So we have apprenticeship. We provide training for 3 years in this skill, and once after 3 years they acquire the apprenticeship certificate. 90% of those being done within the hotel as entry-level cooks or chef parties. At middle or senior level internal advertisements, we get float within the group for internal job postings. Anybody can apply for an opening 2 levels above his current designation. The process flow chart for internal job postings that we follow goes something like this. Basically, position, internal job postings would be preferred to identify the internal candidates. And for these vacant positions in draft or internal job posting would be prepared by the concerned HR department. Job will be advertised through email communication to all PCs and riots. All resumes will be forwarded to the concerned functional head for shortlisting and further proceedings and selection. And the entire process should be completed within the period of 15 working days from the time of the approval of the vacant position. Training and development, as it is said that the hospitality industry or the service industry cannot survive without providing training to their associates. So we are among those core believers in training, and we felt that we would not survive if our staff does not undergo extensive trainings. At PC Lahore, we have a training center with the state-of-art training facilities. Some of the training programs which are normally routine conducted are firstly the comprehensive induction program, English language training. Although at times we get most of our front-level staff is graduate, but they have hesitations in speaking in English, and for that purpose we have a full-time English teacher who conducts English language classes for level 1 and level 2 or advanced level classes, and those are just for the communication and speaking in English. Employee awareness campaigns, fire and safety training, first aid training, management related trainings, on-the-job training is used extensively. 85% of the trainings are in fact on the job. Cross-exposure training programs and definitely training of trainers for all our departmental trainers. Training we initiate from preparing a training calendar, and that's prepared annually. Annual training calendar is prepared after conducting an extensive training needs analysis, which is every department's responsibility to conduct their training needs analysis. From the HR perspective, what we do is at that time, we just facilitating. Secondly, then when we have the performance appraisal done, the training needs that have been identified by the concerned managers, in those appraisals, those needs are extracted, and then we incorporate those needs also in that department's training calendar. Monthly soft and technical skills training conducted, and then from that annual training calendar, monthly training calendar is distributed to all departments. Each employee has to undergo at least 18 hours of training each quarter, and that training through the HRIS is maintaining that record of all employees and how many hours of training they are attending. I'm not sure whether you can see this, but this is just a brief section of PC Lahore soft skill training calendar. And some of the training topics that you can see over here are English language classes, and topic exceeding guest expectation, courtesy is the answer, female grooming session, front office, and all. That's a list. There's very few training sessions which have been listed over here. And in front of each session, the instructor or the facilitator who's going to be conducting these sessions, either it is a departmental trainer or it is someone who's been nominated, so whosoever, and which department's responsibility it is, and so it goes on. And you see that some of the training, for instance the English language training or the grooming sessions, these are mostly, they go around the year. This is again one department's annual training calendar, and that's the housekeeping department, which has the responsibility of maintaining cleanliness in the hotel. And you see it starts with the technical training, which is lost and found procedure, how to super clean a room, how to work with a vanity basket, and a list of. And to the extreme right, you can see the training, either it is on-the-job training or is it a classroom training, that has also been mentioned. And wherever they say OJT, that means as on-the-job training, and it will be conducted wherever they are working at that moment. So the induction program of the hotel is a very extensive one, and it starts with an orientation which is minimum 3 years and 3 months, 3 days, and it can last for 3 months as well, depending upon the position of the person. If someone happens to be a technical person and has joined within a level of middle management, that person will undergo at least 3 months of orientation just to have an understanding of what the hotel industry is all about. So, employee handbook, a very updated one which was